What's up, everyone? It's me, CN.TSUKAIMA, and welcome to CN.Toy Collection Hall live stream part 2. And remember from the first part that I'll be showing some of the best figures I really like the most, so I'm not gonna show you all of them. And the first ones I'll be showing you are my Power Ranger figures. And the first one is the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger. And I really love this ranger so much that I kind of grew up with this ranger in my childhood days. And I don't know what type of material they use on his body mode that every time you get near with a flash, this figure starts to bright. And you can see this figure, it has a lot of reflection all around. And they done an amazing job with this ranger. And I really like it. And I really love they added this sword. It's incredible. And Jason, he is the original Red Ranger, not Rocky. I don't know what they took Jason for. I did not like that. Hi, and I've been wanting this Ranger since the first time they were, well, the first time they came out, and I was trying so hard to find it in every store. And first, I found it in the Extreme Toys in the Montebello Mall, but they were selling them for $33. But I got this one at GameStop for only $22. I was so lucky that I got it. But when I posted on my Facebook page, and my brother saying that send me the Red Ranger because he also loved Jason the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger. But I heard that Hasbro had made a Ranger like this one, so maybe I should give that one to him and I keep this one. But it's gonna sad that we're not gonna see any more Power Ranger Legacies because Hasbro have bought the line. But I still love how they done with these Rangers. And also got another one. It's the White Ranger Dino Power. And this figure is not really mine. It's really my little brother, and I got this one for him in last year's Christmas because my little brother he loves all the White Rangers, including the Super Rangers. Those Rangers are his favorite. And I also like how this Ranger came out. You can see they had some sculpting right there in the top. And I really loved some of the black paint apps around his body mode, including the accessory with some little bit gold paint apps right there in the bottom of his weapon, and also here in the top of his dinosaur, and including the rest and each one. And they made this ranger because they will celebrate the 25th anniversary. So that's why they decided to make these rangers. And I really love the box of this ranger because the box of this ranger, it was all white and it was nice. And I don't know which one that I love the most, but I can tell that mine is the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, and we will always remember this line from Bandai. They done a very great job making these figures. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the Hasbro ones, and the first one I'll be showing you is the Power Ranger Red Ranger Dino Charge, my first Power Ranger figure that I got. Okay, I wouldn't even say that the articulation of this figure is not that bad, and I really love they added this a lighting effect for his sword. And seeing this ranger kind of reminds me my last toy hunt video before my channel hit the 200 subscribers. And I'm never gonna forget that time that I did my last toy hunt with the 100 subscribers zone, and now I'm in the 300 zone. All thanks to you guys. Just all of you are amazing, and all of you. Okay, guys. So sometimes I have trouble to speak. I was just saying that all of you guys are awesome, also the best, and also supporting me a lot. Like sharing my videos all around in Facebook, and I really love that how you guys do that for me. So if you guys want to keep on sharing my videos, just go ahead. Don't feel shame. I don't mind. The only thing I do care a lot is that you guys are helping me, and I really am thankful for that, guys. All of you are the best. And I got this figure at a GameStop, and it only cost me only 19 bucks. But I really love they added some nice detail and some nice sculpting, like this piece in the top of the shoulder. But these figures from this line, they give you like one different pair of hands and one actual head, and sometimes they come with some energy effects. That's really awesome. But I still love this line more than Hasbro one. And but I'm planning to sell this one because I'm gonna sell some of my toys to have more money so I can go to Frankenstein's because my birthday is on its way. And the next Ranger I'll be showing you is one of the best ones that Hasbro made. It's the Power Ranger Shadow Ranger. Holy guys, I need to put some light around here because it's getting dark already. Hold on, guys. There we go, much better because it's getting dark already. And this figure has a really amazing paint apps and a really amazing sculpt. And what I like is the energy effect all around with the sword. I love the sculpting of this and also the blue paint they used to make it. And you can see there's the 100 number right there in the top of his armor. And the armor is really cool. Very nice paint apps to use. But I believe it's like dark blue or dark or light gray. I don't really know, but I do love the paint apps. And when I was holding this figure, and then one time that my little brother he saw it, he said, "Oh, can I see it? Can I see it?" And I just let him saw it, and I saw that I saw his smile on his face that he liked it. And I asked him, "Do you want it?" Yeah. All right, then it's all yours. So this is also my little brother. The only thing I care a lot is see my little brother smile a lot, and that's what I like. So I decided to give this ranger to him, and I hope they make the SPD Omega Ranger. Because remember what I mentioned what I was talking about this figure that my little brother he only likes the White Rangers and the Silver Rangers. So I hope they do make an Omega Ranger. If they do, I'm gonna buy it and give it to him. But this is the best one ever made in Hasbro. Okay, and the next one I'll be showing you is the Maggie Defender. But I do have like a little bit complaining about this figure that as for me that they made it too short and his armor looks like he's too fat. And I got this guy at Target and I was so lucky because I was so close to buy the Red Ranger Beast Morpher until I saw this one was lying down in the shelf, and that's when I decided to get it because I heard that this is an impossible figure can you get, but that was just a lie because the Target where I went in Glendale Mall, there had like a lot of them, and also the other Target I went when I got was next close by to GameStop where I got my Kingdom Hearts figure Tron, and also saw more of this figure. But I still bought it just in case there are any more in any stores around. But the articulation is not that bad. I really love the accessories that came with. That he came with his sword with the shape of the gun and his actual sword, including the came with effect for this piece. And I really love the energy effect. I should, but I cannot find it. It's because I have a bag that well, in that bag, I put all the accessories all my toys comes with. So like that, I can find them, but I couldn't find uh his energy effect blast. So I decided to just I decided to like show you without the energy effect, but still, I really love the energy effect. But some of you guys can see in my review. But I really love the added some sculpting, the cape, the helmet sculpt, but still he feels like a little bit short and they make his armor very too fat, but amazing figure. And I always wanted to make a figure out of this guy, including the Shadow Ranger. All right, and the last one I'll be showing you is the Power Rangers. Um, well, Lord Zed, but this one I want to show you that it didn't come out that good. Here he is. And the reason I said that because of these tubes they added on his on the figure. It's just that every time you move his body, these things also move. It's just like these tubes are on the figure's away. I just don't really like it. They added this. Everything in the figure's okay, but except for these tubes, including the weapon that he comes and the fire effect. It's really nice. Like the color. Mm-hmm. So this is all that I have of Power Rangers, and I'm still gonna hunt for the new ones. That I heard that there's a new, like a third wave from the Lightning Collection, but the only ones I'm just gonna get is the Blue Ranger Beast Morpher and the Dino Charge Gold Ranger. Those are the only ones I want to get from that third wave because I wouldn't want to get the well. I am gonna get the Mighty Morpher Red Ranger from that line and give it to my brother, and the evil Tommy, well, I think I prefer from the Legacy line much better. I've been seeing some of the reviews of that figure and it came out so good. And I heard it's an exclusive that comes with his own throne. That's really awesome of that figure. Okay, so let's move these guys out of the way. All right, the next figures I'll be showing you are the SH figures I got here. So the first one I'll be showing you is the Rock Lee. Is this the only one that I have from this line? And I really love they done his articulation because I really like to pose him like that. And the articulation of this figure is really awesome. You can pose this figure whatever way you want. I love they added the nice green color on his body, including the white paint on his bandage and accessories that he comes with. And I've been hearing that they're still gonna continue the line from the Naruto Shippuden. But I don't know why they did not release Sakura because the end of the year 2016 they were showing some releasing figures for the next well on the next year, and that was in 2017. And right there they show Rock Lee and Sakura. How come they didn't release Sakura longer with Rock Lee? And I've been hearing rumors that that figure is gonna be canceled. I just don't really like some figures are being canceled for no reason. Because the Power Rangers Jungle Fury, they were trying to plan make Camille and the Lion Ranger, but I heard that those figures have been canceled because people are not even watching them. Who cares about the people? The only thing I care a lot is the figures. Sell the figures first, and then they decided if they cancel the line or not. So I hope they don't cancel the line. And I hope they don't not cancel that figure because I really want it so badly. But I still like how this figure came out. And Rock Lee is one of those funniest characters in the Naruto Shippuden series. Because I remember one episode of the actual Naruto that he got zapped by lightning, and he also gets drunk by eating too much spicy food. Well, I do eat spicy food a lot, and I really like spicy food, but not that much. Because I heard that eating too much spicy food is not good for you. So he also gets drunk with eating too much spicy food, but he also fights, and he calls it the drunken fist. And I really like seeing some movies and some cartoons when some characters they use the skill of the drunken fist, like the Boracho in the Mortal Kombat series. That he fights, that he fighting with his drunk style, and that's really awesome. And that's what I like about martial arts and kung fu. When some fighters they fight, they're like all drunk. Okay, and my next SH figure art figure is from Street Fighter. It's the only one that I have in this Rashik. And they made this figure very awesome. I love the white paint apps, the sculpting around here, and the articulation is not that bad for this guy. And I really like posting like this. It's all amazing that they gave him this wind effect. Oh, holy guys, I'll be back right back. The wind effect, they done a number with that because it has a really nice sculpt of that. And I heard that they're announcing Segat and Bison, but I'm still thinking about getting those figures, but I still prefer from the old line because the old line, I think it's be called Sona. They done a really great job making their Street Fighter characters in that line. But I'm not gonna get Segal from the Storm collectibles because they make that guy very too tall, around 8 inches, and I don't collect 8 inch tall figures. So I'm not gonna get Segal from the Storm collectibles, but I am gonna get the one in the Segal line. I used to have it, but it kind of broke in half. Like the torso fell out and the legs were breaking out. And also, I've been hearing rumors that um and Target, they're gonna get licensed to sell SH figure arts on their stores. I heard they saying they're gonna be selling them. Wait, alright, guys, sorry about that. I was trying to say that Target is gonna have the license to sell SH figure arts inside their stores, and it's saying it's gonna be around in 2020 or in 2021, one of both years. But I don't know if it's that true. If it is true, I want them to sell the Naruto line because those figures are amazing, and I think I'm gonna get Gara or Kakashi. I can't remember his name more, but Naruto's teacher. I won't get those two. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my two SH figure arts. All right, so moving on to oh yeah, Miraculous Ladybug, and I only got one figure from Miraculous Ladybug, and that is Queen Bee. But I have to be careful how I move her and where I put her because she looks like she kind of breaks so easy. And someone left me a comment on her review that I did that she looks too easy to be break. So that's why I have to be careful with these figures. The articulation is alright, but they made it like too skinny, and I'm afraid again she's gonna break. But I am a fan of Queen Bee, and I am a diehard fan of this series of Miraculous Ladybug. And I watch Miraculous Ladybug every single day, no matter what. I watch the new episodes and the old episodes, and today I already saw the last episode in season 3. But that episode really made me so mad because of Adrian's cousin. Oh, I want to beat him up. And also heard that Chloe is not gonna become Queen Bee anymore because I also saw the episode that she betrays Ladybug because she had enough that she was waiting for Ladybug to give her miraculous, and then Hawkma gets a bee miraculous and gives to her. I don't know why she did that, but still, I love Queen Bee and I like the figure, and I love the color of her mask, the sculpting in her hair, and I forgot to show you that right there in the top of her hair, there's her miraculous. But the shoe adds some little bit yellow color on it, but this would do. But it's the only one that I have. I plan to get Stormy Weather because Stormy Weather, she's one of my, well, Stormy Weather is my favorite, but my favorite super villain in the series, and I really want to get Stormy Weather. I want to get her so badly, and also I want to get Volpina, Rena Rouge, Ladybug, and Cat Noir, and some other figures, including Antibug. So that's pretty much it for her. Oh yeah, I also got. Don't get upset, guys, because I also love this cartoon too. And here's Rainbow Dash from My Little Pony. My nieces, they love this cartoon a lot, and sometimes they like to watch it on TV or Netflix. And what I want to say is that they done a really great job with her sculpting of her hair, including her tail. Because look at all those beautiful, nice colors they added on her tail and on her top of her head. It's really nice. And seeing this, it kind of reminds me of an ice cream. Like I want some ice cream so badly. Yeah, it almost look like an ice cream. And sometimes I feel like buying an ice cream that had like a sexy and rainbow colors. But these colors are very beautiful. And well, Rainbow Dash, she's not well my favorite character. My favorite character is Pinkie Pie, and my little sister loves Pinkie Pie, and she's funny. And here's her pet turtle tank, and this you can move it, like just like that. But the shoelace added some little bit articulation on his head, but you can see his little turtle eyes, the shell all around, including the buckle right there. And the episode that her turtle was about to hibernate, and she tries so much to cancel winter so she can have her turtle all winter. And then that Fluttershy tells her that this winter you're gonna be petless, and she began to cry, and that makes me laugh. And then to say months. Ah, but I still like some of those episodes. But remember, I watch My Little Pony. There's nothing bad about it. But this is the only fear that I have, and I did one review for my nieces, and also did a gameplay um of this show. But I only did it for my nieces because they love My Little Pony a lot, and I love my nieces, and I love making them happy all the time. Okay, that's pretty much it for Rainbow Dash. Okay, so moving on to Star Wars. And I'm gonna show you some of my Star Wars figures. And that is Dark Vader. And I'm a fan of Dark Vader because he used to be Anakin Skywalker. Well, the lightsaber kind of pull off. Yeah, he was Anakin Skywalker until he joined the forces of evil, and there he became Darth Vader because of the burn of the magma. And I want to say that this figure is really awesome. I love the head sculpt, some sculpting right there in the torso, the gray paint maps. And I really love the add some actual cloth for his cape, but sometimes I feel that cape is a little bit heavy. And also here, not that heavy, but they did add a claw here. It was a good thing that not used any type of plastic for his cape. Probably tried to do that, but maybe they saw that it doesn't look good with using plastic cape. So maybe that's when they decided to use claw for his cape. And I want to say the claw is not that bad. And I really love Darth Vader. And including, I love lightsabers. The only color of lightsabers are blue. In one episode of Superpower Beatdown, one of the fights I like to watch, and that is Batman versus Darth Vader. That battle's so sick that I really like to see it all the time. And I don't really care who won from that match because Batman is my favorite superhero in the DC world. And I didn't even care that which character will win because I am a fan of both of them. But the ending, the people they love so much is the alternate ending when when Batman kind of destroyed the system of the kryptonite where Superman was inside, and then Superman comes up on the ship and attacks Darth Vader. A lot of people loves that ending a lot than the actual ending. Well, I also like the that ending a lot because Batman had won. But remember what I said. I didn't even care who will win from that fight. And I'm gonna show you Ray, my first Star Wars figure. And seeing this figure kind of reminds me of my first toy hunt video that I did in the beginning of 2018 because I was trying to plan to buy Electra, but I saw that this one was in clearance and was the only one they had left, so I decided to take her because back then they saying that this figure was so hard that you can find it in any stores. So I was so lucky to find her. It only cost me 19 bucks for her, And I love the sculpting around her clothes. Her articulation is really nice, and this figure is a beauty. And I really love the lightsaber. Look at the nice color of the lightsaber. It's very nice. hmm And they're gonna forget the first time I did my first toy hunt video, because the only stores I went there and that when my first toy hunt was in Target inside of a mall called Cooper City Mall. And from there, I went to Toys R Us, and there I went to a store called Big Lowe's, and only bought three toys in three different stores. Well, one toy from a different store, like one in Target, one in Toys R Us, and one in Big Lowe's. And here's this one that I really love, Sabine. And I believe that they use exact same body mold from Ray to make this figure. But I think that this figure came out first in her, or this figure came out before this one, or both of them came out in the same year. I just don't really remember. But I am missing a lot in Star Wars. And I also like seeing the anime series of Star Wars. But what I like about this figure is the color of her hair. Look at that. It's a beauty. Some little bit sculpting the bottom. And I love the shoulder pads. Very nice. And also love the detail here in the top of her torso. And I believe that they share the same articulation, this figure and that one. But I do love the gloves because you can see they added some little bit detail in each one. And same for her boots. But the helmet, the only thing that bothers me is the helmet because it's also hard to put her in and also hard to take it out. And sometimes I feel that their head is gonna like pull off, and I don't want to risk that. So don't put the helmet if you want to, guys. You remember when you put it, it's gonna take a little bit hard work to take it out. Not that much hard work, only a little bit. Okay, so this is pretty much it for my Star Wars figures. Now I'm gonna move on to only got one figure from this anime that I really like to watch in my phone every single time. And also one of my favorite shows. And that is Prayus from Byakugan. And this is the only figure that I got. And I got this figure on a yard sale over there in Tecate. And it only cost me, I believe, 50 pesos or 250 pesos for this figure because it was really old. Was not that old. It's just that you can't really find this figure in anywhere. I just don't really remember what was the price. But and I did a review of this figure because nobody had ever done a review of this figure until me and some other kid. But that kid was first before my review that I did of this figure. And when I will tell you about this toy, it's really awesome. And I heard that they made several ones of this show, and they made Drago, Preyus, the Lion, the Rock Guy, and Raven. I believe that's his name, the one with half the horns. I used to have Raven, but I can't remember what happened to that toy. I also got it in a yard sale. It was all brand new. I really love that toy. I just can't remember what happened to that toy. I got it in 2010, but exact same year, that's when I lost it. That was my favorite toy, but all matters that I have another Byakugan figure. And seeing this figure kind of reminds me in my first days in Tecate. And also, the first time I saw this show, I saw it in the end of 2009. And the first episode that I saw made me remember that Dan was fighting with it's been a long time. Sometimes I can't really remember, but this figure is so awesome. I love the sculpting on his hand, the detail on his arms, including the sculpting right there in the legs, and the detail on the top of his head. And there's the teeth showing all around. So this is the only figure that I got. I'm still thinking buying some of the Byakugan figures in Amazon, but sometimes it's hard to look in Amazon because sometimes they don't have them in Amazon anymore. But I will keep on trying. Okay, so this is pretty much it for Preyus. Now to I'm moving on to oh yeah, Marvel because I am a huge fan of Marvel. And the first figure I'll be showing you is Wolverine, my favorite superhero in the X-Men series. And this figure didn't came out that bad at all, but it also was hard to find it. And I kind of was lucky to because I got this Wolverine at GameStop, but when I posted on my Facebook, my brother he also won this figure, and I tell him okay, but it's also hard to find it. That means if I give this one to him, that means I had to find another Wolverine figure just for me, but it's gonna take time because it's not that easy to find this guy. Well, I did saw in the Extreme Toys, but they were selling for 22 bucks, but I got this one almost around 20 bucks. And I was so lucky that I found this Wolverine, but he looks kind of short, but that's okay because I really love how they done this figure. The sculpting on the bottom of his boots, the sculpting on the top of his head, and the shoulder pads on his shoulders, and in my first Halloween, I kind of dressed myself as Wolverine from the movie. But it would be awesome if I should dress myself Wolverine from the cartoon instead of from the movie. And I'm never gonna forget my first Halloween as Wolverine. hmm And I got the Silver Samurai, and finally, the Hasbro makes a figure out of this character because not even Toy Biz never made a figure out of this samurai. And I really love how this guy came out. It looks so awesome. I love the sculpting, the silver paint apps, the swords that he comes with. And I got it at GameStop. I was so lucky. But not the same GameStop when I got Wolverine because when I got Wolverine, that was another GameStop that I went. I just got it on another GameStop. And I love they added this detail and more sculpting right there in the top of his helmet. It's really awesome. Yeah, we get a figure of the Silver Samurai. Okay, and then I got the Marvel Legends Jack o' Lantern, and they done a number making this figure because what I like about this figure is the pumpkin head. Just look all that nice fire effects they added, and a little bit detailed sculpt on the top of his pumpkin head, and the little color they added inside there, and the broom a fire effect, including these little bombs effects. And this figure came out in the year 2016, but Big Bad Toy Store they were selling them around the ending of 2015 and around December. But when this figure were popping out in every store, bunch of people they thought that this one is gonna be so hard and so rare that you could barely not find them in any stores like Toys R Us, Walmart's, Targets, and GameStop. But all that was just a lie because I've been finding this guy in all the Walmarts that I went and all the Toys R Us I went as well. And I got this guy in a Walmart over there in San Diego, including Morbius. Because back then in 2016, I didn't have started doing non-single toy hunt until I saw the videos of the SO hunters. But they done a great number making this character. But I believe that this guy is new because I haven't even seen him in any Marvel cartoon like the Spider-Man one. So yeah, I think this guy is new, but it's really awesome. But the articulation kind of bothers me because of this. I don't know if you guys can hear it. You hear that crush, that crunch? Yeah, that's the only thing that bothers me. And I got the anniversary 2 pack, and that is Lady Steph and Thor. And what I like about these figures are the accessories they came with, like Thor's hammer and Lady Steph's weapon. And I also love her hairstyle. it came out very good, including the silver paint apps on her armor. It's so beautiful, and you hear that it's my little parrots. I love my little birds. They're right there in the corner. And I do love the gold color they added for Thor, and also the sculpting on his cape from the back and also the inside. They also done a great job making this Thor. But I don't know which Thor figure that I like because there's a bunch of Thor figures and some of them look so cool. I just don't really know which is my favorite. But I think this one would do for now. Because I only got two Thor figures. The one from the Infinity War wave and also this one. But I don't want to have like too much Thors. The reason I got this Thor because I didn't have my own. The reason I got this Thor because I didn't have my own Thor. And the one from the Infinity War is not really mine. So yeah, I finally got myself a Thor figure. And also got one of the oldest Marvel legends from the Toy Biz line, and that is Beast. And I prefer this one than the new one that just came out from the X-Men wave of this year. Because this one you can open his mouth and you can post him with one arm standing, not even the other one, but it's also hard to keep that type of post. And I kind of copied that in the Sherman's Prime's YouTube channel. And I love the claws on his hands and the eggs right there, the sculpting and some little bit detail right there in the top, right there in his torso, and it's really amazing. And I also saw this figure in the Swami of Tecate, and they were selling them for 200 pesos. But I got this guy around 15 pesos at INS Ventures and Collectors. And the reason I discovered that store, all thanks to Chris from the alternate universe, because that was my first time that I went to that comic book shop, and I was telling that you this is a really awesome shop, and that's when he told me about the INS. Have you seen the INS store? It's right there, like crossing the street, and that's where we went, and that's where I found Beast. And but I'm still planning to sell my Red Hulk, but my brother told me to not sell it because you won't find it anymore. Well, I'm still thinking about it, selling it, and also I'm thinking selling my Goro because I want to make money so I can have a lot to go to Frankenstein's or order some toys at Big Bad Toy Store because right now there's a lot of great toys already. And I really want them, but I will see if I sell it or not. Okay, and this is my favorite one from this wave from the Doctor Strange, but it's the only one that I have. It is Nico Mamaru. And this figure is a beauty. I love her color, her lips, her eyes, her hair sculpt, and the extra arm that she came with some awesome paint apps. And I believe this is her effect. And also, I love the effect on her weapon. All sculpted very good. I don't like her weapon, but I do love the effect of it. And her articulation is not that bad, and I really love they added her skirt, nice sculpting, and also nice pink color right there in the bottom of her skirt, including her legs. And this figure was also hard to find because when I went to Walmart, I saw mostly of the Doctor Strange wave, but I did not saw her, and also I did not saw the Doctor Strange from the movie version. Those are the only two figures that I did not saw, including Iron Fist. But Iron Fist, I kind of found it over there in the Swami of Tecate. So if it's still there, I'm gonna buy it because you won't find it anywhere anymore. And this is the last one from Marvel, and that is the Black Knight. And this figure came out with a lot of cool accessories, like three changeable heads with a sword, but it didn't came with any shield. That would be awesome. They should give him a shield like the old one from I think the big huge ball that ink stick, but it's a billow figure. But that one they did give him a shield. How come they did not give a shield to this guy? They should have given him a shield. But still, I love the sculpting on his armor and also on his belt. But I don't know which one that I like. I like this one or the older one. I think both of them they look cool, but I cannot decide which one's the best. But still, they should give him his shield and maybe they should give him a horse, a flying horse, because in the Avengers Earth My Serious TV series, that Black Knight had a horse. I think it was a Pegasus. They should give him a Pegasus, but maybe in the future they might do something like that. Another Black Knight figure with a Pegasus, just like the Marvel Legends Ghost Rider with his motorcycle, Black Widow like with her motorcycle, and Wolverine with his motorcycle. So maybe they might do that with the Black Knight, but we'll see in the future. Okay, so this is all for Marvel. Now I'll be showing you some of my McFarlane toys. And I'll be showing you my Fortnite figures. And the first one that I got from Fortnite is Skull Trooper. And I really like this figure because it can glow in the dark. And I really like some stuff that it glows in the dark. That I used to have a football that glow in the dark. And the reason that that football glows in the dark because I can always put it next to a light bulb. And same thing for this figure. I put it against to a light bulb. And when I go to my closet or to the bathroom or I just turn on the lights in the bathroom, this figure begins to glow. And that's really awesome. And I love the accessory that it came with. I love the color, the sculpting. And I don't really play Fortnite at all. But the only thing I like about Fortnite are the figures. And Skull Trooper was the first one that I just bought. But there's another one, but I'm not sure I buy it because the other one it also has some nice head sculpt, and also the director in his head has um white all around the head. But I think I should keep with this one because the other one does has more accessory than this one because this one came with his weapon and the stand. But I think I'll keep this one because it does glows in the dark. And my second Fortnite figure is the Dark Boomer. And what I like about this figure is the accessories, like this weapon. They done a number with this piece. You see the all that sculpting and the detailed horns and the color of his eyes. And I really love the add a backpack around her back. And I love the detailed skull right there in the top of her head with those glasses. And I got this figure around 30 bucks over there in the Swami Alameda. If you guys are local here in Los Angeles, if you guys live in the area of Central Vernon, please go to Swami Alameda because you're gonna find a lot bunch of cool stuff like Fortnite, Diamond Select figures, and sometimes they have some figurines of Dragon Ball Z, Funko Pops, bunch of cool stuff. So you guys are local here in the area, please go to the Swami Meta. And those people are also nice and they might well it always help you out wherever figure you're looking for. And I really love her paint apps. Her paint apps are nice. Now here's my favorite one that I wanna really like. It's the Ice King. And he almost looked like Sub Zero. I can't believe it. Kind of looks Sub Zero, but it didn't add any head articulation. I think it does has head articulation, but you can't even move it because the hood he added on top of his head. But I do like he added the crown on this hood and the sword that it comes. Look at this, great work they done. The gold color, the silver color. Oh, Dark Boomer fell down. Hold on, let me put her in the back. And they done a really great job making the armor, the blue color is really nice. And I think that this was one of the best pickups I ever got. And I got this figure at Big Bad Toy Store. Man, it's really amazing. The color is so nice. hmm Okay, and then I will show you my other McFarlane toy, but it's not from Fortnite. It's from a movie that I really am a fan. That it's sad that they're not gonna make any more movies because the last movie really came out in 2011, and that is Lord Voldemort from the Harry Potter series. And I don't know if this figure came out that good because, well, the only thing I like about this figure is the claw of his clothes It did came out that good. The head sculpt, well, I don't really know, but in the top of his head, really smooth. And I do like to give him a snake as accessory, and that snake they give him some nice detail, the sculpting around the snake's body and some little bit articulation so you can move it. And I also love this one that he came with. It does have some little bit detail, but it'd be much better they added some like magic effect, like um a green energy effect, and you can even touch it on the wand. But I think people try to do that, but probably decided it won't even work out. It'll be better if they would come with an evil magic effect for the wand. But he does have some nice looks, but still, I don't know if he came out that good because the only thing that bothers me is the um. Well, actually, I don't think so. This figure doesn't bother me at all. Oh, not I remember. The only thing that bothers me is the black paint apps inside the figure's body. So maybe that's the reason I saying that I don't know if it came out that good. Because the claw came out good, the head sculpt a little bit, the one, everything, but the only thing did not came out good is the black paint apps inside of this figure's claw. And here's one of the oldest McFarlane toy, and that is Overkill from Spawn. And this guy is very huge. But you cannot move his head all around like a rotation because these tubes attached around it. So you only can move his head a little bit. Same thing for his arms. And I love that he added the chain right there in his arm and some little bit sculpting in this piece of the arm. And the fists, they came out very good with some little bit green on it. And there's some little bit green color on the torso. And also these on attached on the shoulder are really nice. But seeing this figure, it kind of reminds me of the painful day because I got this toy over there in the Swame Tecate around in June in 2016, and seeing this figure kind of reminds me of the painful day that what happened on that day because one of my favorite singers had died like couple like after like couple of days after her death, and that really shocked me a lot. That I was really looking forward to meet her in the future, but not anymore. So seeing this toy every time, it does brings me that painful day. And that singer, I never gonna meet her, and I also lost like hopes becoming a singer. And I was doing his review. I was kind of a little bit sad that I was not in the mood making another video. But that thing really shocked me so much that I left months eating and also hard for me to sleep. And her name was Christina Grumi. I'm never gonna forget her. Yeah, this series is really great. I love the detail on his eye and some little bit silver paint apps on the top of his head. And I lost the little walkie-talkie that he had on top of his ear. I don't know what happened to it because this figure came with everything: the changeable arm, not arms, changeable hands, the chainsaw, the axe, the stand, and also the walkie-talkie top of his head. I don't know what happened to it, but and this figure does has a little bit weight if you only carry it with only one hand. But you carry with both hands, doesn't have that much weight. But going with one hand, it does has a little bit weight. Okay, so this is pretty much it for McFarlane toys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys. That I forgot to show you. I forgot to show you some of my Marvel Legends. I only got a few of them. I forgot to show you guys. I'm an idiot. I forgot to show you these. I knew it. I feel like something was missing. Okay, what I got in big lows in my first toy hunt that I did was this Mr. Fantastic. And I refer this one to the new one that just came out last year, the Walgreens exclusive, and also the other one is coming out in next year in 2020. Because they done a very great job making this figure back in the times. And I got this figure only around $8, and it was a good deal for this figure because it really has some articulation on his fingers, and I love the blue color on his suit. And there's the logo right there in the top of his torso, or right there in the top of his chest. And this is from the movie, from the first movie of Fantastic Four. And this is the reason I got this figure, and I was so lucky that it was not expensive because I discovered that store with the help of my cousins. Because my cousins, they love buying toys of He-Man in that store, and they told me that sometimes they have expensive toys. So I kind of went there and I asked permission, can I record? And they say, yeah, it was a nice guy, but I don't know if he's a nice guy. But he did let me record, and I did got some awesome footage right there. And that's when I found this figure. It only cost $8. It was right there in the back. Yeah, I forgot to show you some of my Marvel Legend. I still have more. And here's the hardest one that you cannot find in any store. And that is the Marvel Legends Gambit. And this figure is really amazing. And I prefer this one to the Toy Biz one because the Toy Biz one, you can remove his jacket. And that jacket was made of out of cloth, but this one is not. And they done a very great job with the jacket and the card effect right there attached to his hand, including his weapon. But the Toy Biz one also has some nice head sculpt, but this one also has a nice head sculpt. But if I buy the Toy Biz one, I think I will replace the the I think I will place the head and put the Toy Biz one, but I don't know if that thing will work because I think the head sculpt from the Toy Biz one is much bigger than this one. But I don't know if it might came out good, but I'm gonna try. If I do end up breaking my Gambit, I just gonna get another one. I don't know, maybe an Amazon or Big Bad Toy Store because they still have more in Big Bad Toy Store. Mm. And here's one of my favorite ones in the 2017 when the Guardians of the Galaxy movie was coming out, Volume 2, and it's Dark Hawk. Look at that super sculpting they did with his wings, the helmet, and the detail right there. And I got in at Big Bad Toy Store, but be careful how you order your toys right there, guys, because if you pre-order with your SH Figure Arts or Figma, with your Marvel Legends or your DC figures, just please don't pre-order them together. Pre-order them separately because if you pre-order them together, they're gonna have a Japanese sticker right there in the back, and it's hard to take it out because I was trying to take it out but slowly, but it was ripping the picture of the box. So please, guys, be careful how you order your toys right there. But it'll be better this year added some little bit of articulation on the wings that you can like move them around. But part it will not work. But I love the wings of this figure. It's so cool and shines if you hit with a light, a reflection of a light. You see, it shines. Yeah, I forgot to show you this one too. And these are the last ones from Marvel, and that is Coat and Dagger. But Coat, you can't even see it because it's paint apps. Because his coat is really dark blue, and you cannot even see him that much. You only see his face a little bit, but not his coat. And I really love they gave him this effect to this figure of Dagger. For a moment that I'm not gonna buy Dagger because I've been seeing reviews that they've been reviewing these two figures together, and I have feelings I'm just gonna review Cole on his own without Dagger until I found. Well, my brother found Dagger and decided to take it already because why being like come back here in LA that I won't find Dagger anywhere because I got these figures in one of the best toy hunts in my life, and that was in San Diego. I got these at San Diego. I got Cole in Target, and I got her at Walmart. And I'm never gonna forget. I'm not gonna forget that time they had a great hunt. that I went to four different stores in one day, two different GameStops as well, and they had a lot of great stuff in both GameStops. And that was a really awesome hunt right there. I'm never gonna forget. Okay, so now this all for Marvel. Now I'm gonna show you the only two figures that I got from the game Overwatch, but different lines. I got Tracer from the Figma line, and I got Lucio from Hasbro. And I want to say that this Tracer figure is really not that bad. Why? Because I love they added her glasses right there in the top of her face and some little bit white color in the bottom of her glasses. And I love the sculpting right there in her arms, the detail on the front of her chest and also on the back. And I love the yellow color for her pants. And from there, they added some little bit orange color. And the sculpting of her hair is not that bad. It's really good. But I don't know which Tracer figure that I like. I like this one or the from the Hasbro one from the Ultimate line. And this figure is kind of strange because it stands on its own. How's that impossible? Because look at his feet. His feet are so skinny. How is that this figure can stand on his own? That's something I don't even get. But I like the style of his hair. Look at the nice design they did for his hair. It's very good. And some little bit sculpting the bottom of his ponytail. And you can take his ponytail out and you can put it back. And I do love the weapon that he came with and this little detail right there in the bottom of the gun that he has. But still, this figure's strange. Okay, so this is all that I got for Overwatch. From one from Figma and one from Hasbro. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the final toys, and that is my DC figures. And the first one I'll be showing you is Nightwing. And my brother, he got me this figure at a GameStop over there in San Diego. And he looks really cool. This red color on his body mold is not that bad. But I kind of lost one of his weapons. I only managed to find one. And his head sculpt, I want to say that it's really great. You can see his had his mask on and some little bit hair sculpt and the articulation. Well, it's not really that bad at all. But there's a lot of bunch of Nightwing figures that I really like, but I don't know which one's the best. But I am a fan of Nightwing. Okay, and here's something that I'm not gonna trade or sell, and that is this Superman Dooms. For a moment that I didn't want it because it didn't came out that good, but my cousin he got me this Superman figure on my birthday, and I'm not gonna reject anybody's present. And I was wrong about this figure because what he added on this guy is some sculpting here on his arms, on his face, sculpting on his teeth, and the color of his red eyes. So yeah, I was kind of wrong about this figure. But whatever presents that my family's gonna give me, I'm not gonna reject them. I'm gonna take it because I ended up rejecting them. I'm gonna hurt them, including myself, because they've been a lot of hard work to get me something, and I just ended up rejecting it. So I will never gonna reject nobody's present because I'm gonna take it no matter what. And there's this S right there in his back, but it's kind of fading. So I decided to not put it inside with my toys because the only thing I care is the S. Because I'm gonna take care of this toy no matter what. Because my cousin got me this toy because he was coming back from school and he gave me with his package because he ordered this toy around in Amazon. And that's when he gave it to me, including his package. And when I saw him, I kind of gave him a hug. And I really like how this guy is. So I'm not gonna sell it or trade it because that's a present that my best cousin got me. So yeah. I'm not gonna sell it or trade it. Okay, so this is the last one I'm gonna show you from DC, because these are my last toys I'll be showing you right now, and that is this is the only one that I have from this line, the DC Icons Firestorm. And this figure's articulation is not that bad. I really love how they done this figure, including that awesome fire effect right there in the top of his head. All sculpted, very good, but also was kind of expensive because I got this figure at Six Flags Magic Mountain. It only cost me $32. So if I go to another toy hunt over there in Six Flags, I think I'm gonna take $100 bill at least buy only three DC Icons figures because there was a cool Aquaman figure that I want to get. And this guy came with a lot of like a awesome energy effects, like the hand and I believe some fire effects. But not just only DC icons that were selling there, they were also selling DC figures from different lines like DC Collectibles and DC Multiverse. But all of them were expensive, but there were some were cheap around $18. But they had the other one that was like a two-pack of the Injustice, not Injustice, Young Justice from the anime series. And those were selling them for $13, but I didn't want to get them because I don't collect 4 inches figures. I only collect figures around 5 inches, 6 inches, and 7 inches. Well, sometimes 8 inches, like the Juggernaut, the Red Hulk, because those characters are big in the show. So those are the only characters I want to get, like almost like an 8 inch. And and I really love this figure a lot. And this was my one of my favorite pickups that I got over there in Six Flags. And I plan to go Six Flags again because my date pass is almost about to be expired because we I got my date pass around the well a day after my birthday, and that's when we got some date passes, and they only last for a year. And my date pass is almost expired, so I'm gonna go to Six Flags right away before my date pass expires. Oh yeah, I also got this um DC figure, but it's one of the oldest ones, and that is Hawk from the DC universe. And this toy I didn't got it anywhere. I got him in Christmas time because every year in December, right here in Los Angeles, they do an event in Christmas. And the 25th is one of my favorite ones because they let you choose how many toys you want to get. I want to take footage, but it was kind of a little bit dead, so I hope this year might be better, and hope to do it better. And that's when I found this guy, and the box was a little bit damaged, so I didn't got it in any stores. And I love the red paint apps of this guy, and also this detail they added around the top of his head. Old but cool, and I like his articulation. But his head is kind of feel like wobbly now because I move his head like hard. If I wouldn't move his head that hard, his head would not be wobbly. Okay, guys. So I want to say that this is all for today. So thank you for watching, guys. And I will do another live stream around next Friday or next Saturday. No, no, no. I think I'll do another live stream on my birthday because I'm gonna pre-order some toys and I'm gonna do another unboxing video, and that's gonna be like an early birthday video I'm gonna do. So maybe on the week of my birthday because only 2 more weeks before my birthday. So I'm gonna do it right there. So no live stream until the next 2 weeks. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. This is all for today. Take care, be safe, keep on hunting, and keep on collecting. And I'll catch you guys in the next video, like a toy review, toy hunt, or a fantasy cross do video, anywhere. Alright, so make sure you guys subscribe so you won't miss not a single video. Alright, take care guys. This is CN.TSUKAIMA, and he's out in line.